right, well, happy Tuesday, everybody. First Alert Meteorologist Justin Bradford here. Got First Alert weather update on what we can expect heading into the rest of our week here. Spoiler, we've been talking about for several days, is going to feature warmer weather, but it's also going to feature some wetter weather too. So those are some things that we're keeping an eye on as we go throughout these next couple of days, especially as we get into Thursday, Friday, we'll start to see more rain. The warm temperatures are going to be maybe about a week's kind of joyride we go on here before we go back to reality. That settles in by next week, and we'll tease that at the end of this First Alert forecast. We want to take a peek outside what's going on right now on this early Tuesday afternoon in the first week of March. We've got mainly cloudy skies, so a little bit of a dreary looking day out there so far today for most of mid-Michigan. But the temperatures, unlike yesterday, have climbed back to 40 in Lansing, 41 in Mason, and you can see Jackson there at 37. So we're starting to see a bit more near average warmth out there today, and I think most of us probably get to or just above 40 degrees this afternoon, the folks who aren't there yet. You'll see that over the next 12 hours here moving forward. Numbers eventually start to dial back down this evening. Heading into the overnight, we'll be back in the 20s, and skies clear out, allowing some of that warmth to escape. I think it's possible late we develop some areas of patchy fog as well, and in the morning, with temperatures near the 20s, that could be freezing fog in some spots. So watch for just maybe one or two extra slippery spots out there on the roadways as you head into your Wednesday morning. I've got the low at 26 degrees. It's going to be a light wind, and again, clearing out those skies, we'll get into that patchy fog late overnight. But satellite and radar has been cloud-filled for most of mid-Michigan today. We've avoided the wet weather for the most part. Just a few folks have seen some pockets of drizzle. Those have even been tough to see the ground just because we have so much dry air in place. Now, the system, the main of it, is down to our south through Ohio, as you can see there, heading through Pennsylvania with some mixed precip and snow for the northeast. But it's pretty quiet, all things considered around here, and it should be for most of tomorrow as well. So here's a breakdown of your hour-by-hour First Alert forecast headed through the next 48 hours or so. Still can't rule out a stray pocket of drizzle headed into this evening, but I think most of us avoid that. Overnight, we'll see the clearing, temperatures down into the 20s. Could start with a bit of light patchy fog tomorrow in spots, but we do get back to, I think, especially the places that see a little more sun tomorrow, the lower 50s. If you're further south and east in the state, yeah, it's possible that a little extra cloud cover holds on. Those places might be stuck in the 40s tomorrow, but I don't think the numbers will be as cold as the 30s you see there in Adrian and Ann Arbor tomorrow afternoon. I think all of us at least are back above normal once again. We head into the evening, maybe we bring in some patchy sprinkles late Wednesday. Much of the rain on Wednesday is going to be closer to midnight and afterward. That's when we'll see a few more of these scattered showers come through the area. You can see those here on Thursday morning, but heading into Thursday midday, there's lunchtime, and some steadier rain is moving into the area with some thicker cloud cover as well, and we could even have some steady pockets of rain carry into Thursday evening as well. So locally heavy rainfall will be something that's possible and that we'll watch for in this First Alert forecast headed into that evening there. So we wanted to give you a first alert to that change in our forecast trend. It's wet weather and it's mild weather too, Thursday through Saturday. Now locally heavy rain is possible, as we just saw in the hour by hour for Thursday, but as we get out into late Friday and early Saturday, we could even toss a couple of thunderstorms in the mix. Now currently the severe weather outlook headed that far in the future is keeping severe weather out of our area, and I expect that that's probably what we will do headed out into the late week. But don't be surprised if you hear some rumbles of thunder late Friday and early Saturday. By that point, after a little bit of a cooler day Thursday, highs will be near or above 60 degrees for both Friday and Saturday. And so we have to look at the high temperature trend here. That's going to go up and away as we've been advertising. It's a little brief step back Thursday, but 48 is still almost 10 degrees above average for the time of year on Thursday, even if it comes with the rain showers. So this is most definitely what we could call a nice taste of spring, or a dose of spring, if you will, since we get it for a week or more. In fact, it is now looking like next Tuesday, some spots could make a fair run at 70 degrees. But before you get too excited about that, the end of our 10-day temperature trend is a dose of reality. After the early one of spring, we see back to just 33 next Thursday. And not only that, but by the time we get there, we might be talking about bringing a few more snowflakes back into the forecast as well. So here's looking out. Again, we are going to get back to the shower activity. It is dry on Sunday. We go back to partly cloudy on Monday, and then Tuesday brings in those scattered storms, and that's the warmest day of the bunch out of all of them. But you can see even some of our overnight lows could be near or above 50 degrees. So it's certainly going to be a very mild pattern that we have here as well. It is going to come with some wet weather, as we've mentioned several times. And then next Thursday, that 33 that you see there, those should be a couple of snowflakes on our map instead of the thunderstorms. That'll be a better opportunity on Tuesday and maybe Friday, Saturday of this week before we get there. But late next week, we do deal with a couple of snow showers as well, and so that'll be something that we stay focused on here in our first alert forecast. So we're going to come up as we head into later with our weather updates here, and we're going to again continue to keep eyes on that heading into the next couple of days. Andy Provenzano will have updates, of course, in our 90 minutes of news headed out into our evening, what we can expect moving forward, and a closer look at tonight's forecast. And then, of course, Darren will have updates tomorrow. You can always catch us on air, but as well as online. We have the free First Alert Weather app. We have, of course, all of our social media, and right here on News 10 Plus on our streaming platforms as well. So you can always get your First Alert forecast right in the palm of your hand or at your fingertips and watch us on air otherwise. So thanks for watching, and enjoy the warm stretch we have coming up, even if it does come with the wet weather, which we could always use as well. And have a great rest of your Tuesday.